New Jersey traffic tickets with the most significant penalties. NJ. Okay. A couple of background rules before we start. If you get 6 points or more cumulative total on your New Jersey driver's abstract, you have to pay surcharges to the state of New Jersey once a year for 3 years to keep your driving privilege intact. Otherwise, your license gets suspended, and you are told that you may not operate a motor vehicle on the public roads of New Jersey. Secondly, if you get to 12 points or more, Motor Vehicle Commission can suspend you for something like up to 9 months just for cumulative total points. And thirdly, if you are what's called a persistent violator, meaning you keep getting points after that, keep getting points, then you can be suspended for a protracted period of time. You'll have extremely excessive surcharges that will have to be paid to the Motor Vehicle Commission for the privilege to become eligible to drive again. All right, against that background, there are at least 5 serious motor vehicle offenses for which, if convicted, you will be assessed 5 points by the municipal courts. In addition, a lot of the time, a majority of the time, you will also be, your license or privileges will also be suspended. Usually it's 30 days. It can be anywhere from 15 to 60 days, depending upon, which court you're in, what, judge is sitting on the bench, how serious your offense happens to be. So let's start with the easiest ones first. The first one is speeding in excess of 29 miles over the limit. So if you are in a 55 mile an hour zone on the parkway and you're doing 85 miles an hour, that's 30 miles over the limit, that's a 5-point ticket. If you are doing 95 and a 65, that's a 5-point ticket. Now, that rate of speed is considered so dangerous that the act is also reckless. So, in addition to the 39:4-98.30-34, or on the Parkway, the Turnpike, that version of the speeding ticket, which is NJSA 19:9-1.2.30-34 and up, that's a 5-point ticket. Now, in addition to that, because driving that fast could result in death or harm to others around you who are innocent, you could also get a reckless driving ticket, and that is also a 5-point ticket. So it is very common to see people who, if charged with doing more than 30 miles over the limit, for example, you're doing 102 on the Parkway, you're going to also get a 5-point reckless, so you're looking at 10 points right there. Another serious ticket that goes hand in hand with that is a 39-452, which is also 5 points, which is racing. And that's where an officer believes that you and another vehicle are speeding too fast in some kind of a competitive effort to get to an area first. There's not to be any money involved or any bet or anything like that at all. It's just the conduct of having more than one vehicle working in tandem together at an extremely excessive rate of speed. Okay, you would also probably get a reckless with that if they catch you. That's a total of 10 points. Another very serious ticket is what most people refer to as tailgating. It's a 39-489. Technically, it's called following too closely. And the reason that's dangerous is because the idea is if you are too close to the vehicle in front of you, when that vehicle slams its brakes on, you won't be able to stop in time. You're going to strike that vehicle and somebody's going to be injured. Then there's another one, which is also considered very serious. It's a 5-point ticket, and that is improper passing of a school bus when stopped to allow children to get on the bus, get off the bus, or light to or light from. And why is that serious? Well, when the school bus stops and a little sign pops out, says stop, and the red lights are blinking back and forth, children are going to be getting out of the bus and walking across the street. And if you're not paying attention, you might run over little Johnny or little Susie, and where would that leave us? That would put us in a terrible, terrible spot. In addition, there could be criminal charges for assault by auto, vehicular homicide, especially if you were under the influence of alcohol or drugs. But that's the gist of these serious 5-point tickets. Now, some police officers, and I've seen this many, many, many times in my career, take the position that if you are going to operate a vehicle that recklessly, that dangerously, they should load you up with so many points that there's no way you're going to escape at least a 30-day suspension from the municipal court, and possibly a much longer suspension from Motor Vehicle Commission for accumulated points or reckless driving, that kind of thing. So it is not uncommon to see somebody who has garnered 15 to 22 points in one event, believe it or not. I've had a number of those cases. Usually, the way the police officer gets there is he charges, 2 or 3 serious tickets for the same act, and that is the Achilles heel of the case. But, it's different in every town. I do 67 courts on a regular basis. That's every court in 4 counties, or nearly every court in 4 counties that I work in. But I go to other counties and towns where people hire me to go. So my name is Stephen Agravat. I've been practicing for 26 plus, approximately 27 years. My cell phone number is 732-337-7922. That's 337-7922. If you find yourself in one of these situations, you probably need help, and I can very likely help you by getting some of the charges dismissed, some of the charges merged, some of the charges downgraded. Give me a call. I'll be happy to help. Thank you. Have a nice day.